Hi, I feel like I need to make a correction about multiple personality disorder. It's actually not multiple personality disorder anymore. It's called dissociative identity disorder. And the one you saw of my friend Megan, with permission, by the way, who you saw for a second there of that younger person, that's Samantha. She's 14. I think of her as a niece. She calls me Auntie Celeste. It's adorable. My first interaction with someone with DID was not a real person. It was about, I don't know, 20 some odd years ago, a book called All Around the Town by Mary Higgins Clark. My first interaction with a real person was in college, and this person told me that she could legit kill someone and wouldn't know it, and Megan told me that that was rare. My second interaction was also in college, and I didn't know that he had DID. He was just a total asshole all the time, and it turned out that it was his alter that was being a dick to us, and that he, in fact, was a really nice guy, but that he felt that we were telling him he was wrong, and he wanted to right or wrong. Okay, dude, don't major in English. Just saying. Major in math if you want a straight right or wrong. English? Really, dude? It's all subjective. So Megan's really my third interaction and the closest friend I've ever had with it. So she told me to correct it. And I am putting a character in my book with it. And the characters actually, they talk to you. Okay? So it's like one diagnosis apart. My characters talk to me. Her other identities talk to her. My characters tell me what they want. My book wasn't going to have any romance in it. I didn't want that. But she told me it was going to. So I gave her a boyfriend. She told me she was supposed to be with her best friend, and I was like, that is so cliche. But it's going to happen. I don't really know how right now because it's on the will they, won't they, and right now they're definitely in the won't they. They're not even talking to each other. But they're going to have to get back on track. They're probably not going to get together, spoiler, until the 3rd, but right now I don't even know how that's going to happen. So go on their adventures with me. Really, my characters are writing themselves. I'm just along for the ride. In fact, my main character, we have nothing in common, and she actually bothers me. So there's that. Megan's got a lot of identities. They're not called personalities. The difference is a personality is part of you, where an identity is actually someone entirely different. Sometimes she's co-conscious with them. Most of the time she's not. One time, one of her characters is this sassy black chick, Jaylyn. She's my favorite, by the way. We were hanging out, and we watched Requiem for a Dream. And then Megan was like, oh, geez, no wonder I couldn't sleep last night. She hates that movie, by the way. Jay liked it. Fun times. Sam really likes hanging out with me. And she loves that I'm not bothered by her because Megan's other friends are. Because they don't want to hang out with a kid. I like kids. I have no problem with her. She's got a straight personality. She's gay, and identity. Most of her identities are gay. But then there's a straight one who's a total skank, and that's hilarious and not awkward at all. And I actually love the fact that I've got 10 friends in one. I'm very efficient like that. And I love the fact that we talk shit on the other identities. And I need to recognize that they are real. They're just not flesh and blood. So I'm correcting it. It's not MPD. It's DID. And they're real. They're just not flesh and blood. I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around it, but as it turns out, it's not that different from being a writer, except there's no way to get DID except from having been through severe abuse, which is unfortunate, and writers, we're just a weird breed.